This is spider to snag. Not wide banana, the one he likes, but that's spider to snag, and he knows what I'm talking about, but using Anquan Bolden as the fullback.
Come on! Football!
Okay, so welcome in the O-line committee, a film breakdown here. We got 16 years of NFL trenches experience with Jeremiah Sirles, Alex Boone. I'm Phil Mackey. We get to sit down with these guys and break down film on a weekly basis. The Green Bay Packers lost their starting quarterback, Jordan Love, and they tried to fudge it up like, oh, he's going to be questionable. He's probably going to be out for a few weeks. Matt LaFleur goes into his lab and says, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to run the ball 53 times down the Indianapolis Colts' throats for 3 hours and get Malik Willis a National Football League win. And we're going to break down, I think it was 9 chunk runs of 10 yards or more. If we have time, we're going to go through all of them here, boys.
Oh, listen, we're going to have time. And I just want to say this. Matt LaFleur has gone so much farther up in my book because not only did he come out and he was like, listen, we're not going to be like everybody else in this league and get crazy and throw these deep balls and let this kid go out and lose us this game. He was like, I'm going to go steal every other team's stuff, put it together in a hodgepodge, and we're going to run the fuck out of the ball. Like, as an offensive lineman, I would have been like, yo, I'm going to kill everybody this week. Just keep running the ball. They ran out of 11 personnel, and that's where things became really fun to watch because all of a sudden now you have like receivers in the backfield, and we're doing this handoff bubble screen, and we're doing a fake handoff, fake bubble quarterback run. Like, everything was live. And at one point, I think the Colts were like, dude, we just don't know who's going to get – we just don't even know what's going on. But then you turn around and you're like, every time they needed a pass, they were all really simple passes. It wasn't until like the middle of the fourth quarter that Matt LaFleur was like, okay, let's open this up a little bit. You can start doing some fun things. Like before that, it was just super like, hey, let's run an Ohio concept. Let's run a couple slants. Like, let's keep everything super tight. And then we're just going to continue running the ball, running reverses. Like, when you come up with a game plan like that as a defense, you're probably like, dude, I don't know who the fuck's getting the ball. I don't know what's going on. Like, just it's like pure chaos back there, and it's just so fun to watch because you're looking at the rest of this league like we gotta be this team, and he's like, listen, we're just gonna have to do this. This is what we're gonna have to do until Jordan comes back. And it was fun to watch because this was gonna be my O-line shout out of the week. Like the way they came at 53 run plays. I can't imagine how sore they are. Dude, sore? Are you kidding? They were probably like, don't call me till Wednesday. Oh my, but talk about a wet dream as an O-lineman. We're just going to run the ball the whole game and throw out routes. We're running 3 steps and running the ball the whole game. Here we go. Aaron Donald kryptonite. I love it.
If you look at what this means for the future of the Green Bay Packers too, you get this up and running while Jordan Love is nursing back his injury, and then you input Jordan Love back into this run-first type of offense with his arm talent. Watch out, NFL.
Yeah.
Put it on notice because that could be a scary combination.
And hey, we're not going to get to it, but I feel like the Colts totally misread this game, and they should have done the same game plan. Like, Jonathan Taylor is like one of my new favorite running backs ever. And I was like, why aren't we just feeding this dude? Like, why are we doing this 50-50 ball more? Just an observation.
500, Anthony Richardson.
Getting out.
That's Anthony Richardson. Average depth of throw, he's averaging like 14 air yards per attempt.
Dude, watch the second interception. He is never open. I was, dude, here
Counter.
it is. This is the Miami in me. Like, oh, we're going to go every which way, and you don't know who has the ball. And
Tucker Kraft back there, Josh Jacobs. You're pulling your guard. So there's misdirection all over the place.
This is called stutter.
Yeah, this is stutter run concept with the fake of the reverse. So you're just buying the linebacker's eyes because so many times linebackers are keying in on the guards. So if 45 and 44 read pulling guard, they immediately shoot their gun over the top. But if you just give them a little bit of eye candy in the backfield and give them this fake reverse, it freezes them for just a second.
Yeah,
just a second.
To the right.
Now they all just take half a second to the right, and now you've cut the defense. The puller kicks out 51, and here comes Tucker Kraft wrapping right around a very nice double team between the right guard and the right tackle. Zach Tom in there.
So Puller comes around here.
Yep. It's a power concept, but we don't have a tight end. So it's like a counter concept with no tight end. That's what stutter is. And then we also pull the backside tight end. But see how now they've gained.
Coming through
that's
too.
The tight end. We've gained leverage on them because we froze them.
Yep.
That's exactly what we did. We froze their feet, and we've gained one more step on them, so we get them in a better angle at what we want. But everything starts right away with this deuce. If you don't get movement on this deuce, we are screwed. Look how they push him across the entire field. Like, dude, that right there gives the running back so much grass to run through and so many more options. And Josh Jacobs, my God, love you too, dude. The way he was just down, I don't like the fumbling, but I do love the fact that he was just out there running the shit out of that ball. Like, yeah, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, I'm going to bounce off of you. Like, everything about this.
Very, very rarely do you see a run play where you're going, there's no unblocked man.
Yeah.
Usually that's always, hey, the corner's going to be unblocked or the safety's going to be unblocked. But if you look at the screen and pause it right here, there's a hat for a hat.
So
there's a hat for a hat. The deuce is going to 45. The deuce is double teaming up to this backside linebacker, right? So he's bought. The puller has the kick out. The receiver's getting in here doing some dirty work. Tucker Kraft's pulling up on here. There's a hat for a hat. Anytime there's a hat for a hat, you should gain no less than 10 yards. No less than 10 yards. And look at this. You just come through. Jacob sets the block up perfectly. The deuce is a little late getting to it.
Bounced it off, dude. It's like, not today, buddy. God,
10
I
yards.
love that. I love that.
Attitude
So
run.
dirty.
That's a statement. I call those statement plays. You have
Statement
to have
play.
them. You got to let them know, dude. Don't fucking come in here.
Do you think, I'm assuming that Matt LaFleur gathered everyone on Wednesday install and said, boys, we're going to run the ball 50 times on Sunday, right? Like,
Well,
that's
no,
probably something you say on Wednesday
Yes.
and get everyone ready for it. Or,
I don't know that he
Yes.
said it like that, but probably what he said was like, hey, we're going to be super run heavy this week, but also we're going to be super run heavy out of an 11 personnel. So they're going to be in nickel. So we are going to outmatch them. This play right here is so this is
Red
O-line
zone
porn
here.
right
It's
here,
just
dude.
simple. Like
It's
this
so
is this
simple.
is as simple as you can get. You're just running zone
Hey,
to a
same
to a
play
tight
that
end.
Saquon was killing on, right? Same exact play. And it's because of the relationship from the linebackers to the offensive line. They give us time to get on the linebackers. Like, look, it's exactly what Jay just said. There's a hat for a hat everywhere. We're a nickel personnel. They're afraid we might throw the ball at some point. Look, you got 20 and 33 in here. That's a mismatch. That is a mismatch all day. But at the same time, it's when you run this ball out of gun, it gives the offensive line time to get up into the linebackers because the ball carrier is technically behind us. And that's one of the things that I started noticing out of these games, especially this game in Philly, is when you start moving that running back, you put a lot more pressure on the linebackers because they're like, is it a handoff? Is it an RPO? What is it? And while they're thinking, we're climbing on them, which gives us time to block them and gives us huge lanes. Like, because this could easily be pulled and thrown into a slant. And now
That's the right
45 and
guard.
45
I was
are
just about
both freaking out.
I was just
The
about to
right
highlight the
guard.
right guard. So the right guard's supposed to be just cutting this guy off. And Zach Tom's behind it. They kind of have a miscommunication because technically Zach Tom should be going to 45, the right tackle. Zach Tom should be going to 45. But when this 2-eye loops out, he doesn't take a great angle. So the right guard has to kind of get through here. I think that's Sean Ryan out of UCLA.
It is.
So we're supposed to 50 is supposed to climb
Which is
up
supposed to be a
45.
combo here, but he kind of splits the double team here. So Ryan just says, screw it, I'll go. So he climbs up, but then he sees Josh Myers take his
2 for
pizza.
2.
He
Yeah.
goes pizza. He takes my piece. I'll take his, and comes around this. I mean, this is just a heady play by a young player.
It sure
young
is.
player.
I
Boom.
love
Oh,
these
he's
good
got
pizza.
mine. Okay, I'll just pizza his, and I'll take his guy. Bang, and then I'll show
Hey.
some athleticism running up here next to Josh
Look at these-
Jacobs,
look at this.
getting some
For
screen
those
time.
that don't know, when you hear pizza, that's an actual term in the NFL.
It is.
He ate my piece. I'm going to eat his. It means he took my guy. I'll take his. Dude, it's so funny that you just said that though, because I think of Tom Rathman. He'd always be like pizza. You'd be like, oh shit.
Does Tom Rathman wear a neck roll in real life too?
Oh
Even
yeah,
in
dude.
his 50s or
Tommy's the
60s?
man. I love Tom. Dude, this play has. I might steal this week. I'm not even kidding you. I'm thinking about putting this in for my 7th grade team. I saw
should.
this and was like, this looks like crunch because you have 3 guys going to the right and 3 guys going to the left. So the linebackers don't know what's going on, but you have guys blocking down and guys reaching. And so all of a sudden, see how 45 still like, wait, what's
Oh.
going on? But the center's already like, dude, I've reached you.
Okay.
Long ago.
Yeah,
You
watch
have me.
71.
Check this out. He has him out leveraged a whole man. But because of this backfield action, he's not going to know what to do. And now the center goes, oh, I'll just take you like this. And then all of a sudden, Ellington comes from behind me and he'll take the next guy. Dude, heads.
Okay.
Heads
Great
offense.
job here too, Mike.
Receivers earn their money blocking this week.
Dude, you have to if you're running this many plays and you're doing success. Like,
So-
dude,
Go back to the top here, Mac, and then notice what time we're at, because I want you to go pause it right here. Okay, so take a snapshot of what you see right here. Now go back to the very first play.
Okay.
The very first play. Tell me it doesn't look eerily similar.
All right, I'm going to go. So this is the first play.
So this is,
and then this is the second play right here. I'm going to flip it back. Okay.
so
that's
the play mental note.
So we've got
Tucker Craft. You've got 11 and 8 in the backfield, and Tucker Craft's in a wing, right? So that's what we're in now, and we're in a left formation. 2 guys in the backfield, Tucker Craft in the wing, right? They motion Craft across. He comes across, right? Same thing. It's the same thing. They motion him across this time. This time he's there. Now they leave him.
I think they
there.
actually motioned him. We just didn't see it.
They leave him there, and then instead of him coming back across for they think it's the same thing. Guard pull. Oh shit, we saw this play before. Now you just flip it out the back door. It's just so much eye candy for a defense to have to look at and diagnose. And these dudes are running so fast,
and that's
moving
the
at
go. That's
unbelievable speed.
The eye candy. Hey, watch this guy go here. Oh, here he goes. Now he's in the backfield. Now we're in a pistol set. Oh, give it to me on the reverse. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, it's dirty.
Oh, mouth guard out too. It's
so dirty.
You know it's a big.
I love how this guy got tackled. He's like, I'm not down yet.
I'm not down. Yeah, we all know the elbow's down, dude.
Bro, your mouth guard, your elbow, everything down, dude. It's okay.
Okay,
hey, this has got some.
Take this one
Niner
piece at a time.
here,
take this one piece at a time here. So initial snap, it looks like it's going to be again Stutter. You have the guard pulling.
Same play from before.
Looks like 74 is going to pull. Right there he goes. He's pulling. So now this time 44 is like, you ain't getting me this time. I'm flowing my ass over the top. Right, you got me last time. That guard's pulling. I know what's coming. I'm flying over the top. Nope, not this time. Josh Myers is like, oh, you thought. He's coming out here thinking this linebacker over here on the right hash thinks he's going to get blocked by Myers. So guess what he's going to do? Well, I'm also going to go over the top. I'm not getting caught back here again. And then he just sneaks out with everyone. And then watch Zach Tom. Some athleticism here. Number 50 right in the middle of your screen. Climbs all the way from the backside tackle to get up on this guy. That's a safety. That's a safety. And he's just going to run away from him.
Just chases him out.
Just stay with him. Just stay with him. You're just running with him the entire time, and he wants no part of that. That's a business decision. 44 made a business decision right there. I don't want to fight with you. You're too big and scary.
That's what he
Beautiful.
said.
Again,
Dude.
LaFleur's just in his bag.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Dude, there's so much more here. Let's go through a few more.
It was at like this point in the game that you could tell the Colts were like, okay, what the fuck?
So now you go 10 personnel.
Hey, and now we just motion everybody out. I love that they let him get some freaking.
And by the way, one of the most athletic, fastest quarterbacks in the NFL that you also have to account for.
Yeah.
But hey, we just talked about it, right? Like this motion right here, instantly everyone's probably thinking, oh, it's a zone.
Bubble.
And all of a sudden he sends him in motion and they're like, oh, it's a bubble screen. It's a slant. Be ready for it. Everybody watch it. It's a draw the other way.
Look at these guys. They're both looking over.
See how they're
here.
all looking over there? Like it's got to be a bubble. No, it's a draw the other way, bud. Like it's so fun to watch this kind of stuff because this is them playing checkers while you're playing chess.
Where'd everybody go?
You're like, dude, I'm not even in the same game as you right now.
Unbelievable. The wrinkles that LaFleur had. This game plan needs to go in the Hall of Fame. Like the
is
game
it sustainable
plan that he put
if they have to
together.
do this for 3 more games without Jordan Love, or they
Absolutely.
they can't really throw more than
Dude,
like
it's all
15
about
This
passes.
O-line is
Deception.
very good.
Hey, wait, go back. What defense is
What
this?
formation?
Go back to the
the same
first
one.
play.
Do you
Go
notice
back to
this
the third
formation?
play.
Okay,
And he
so
went
you
in
notice
motion.
here. This
You
is the one. This is the one from the 42-second mark.
Yeah. Dude, they continuously
And then
run
here's the
this.
first one.
They keep running the same formations because they want you to think it's the same play. And it's not. We just have 100 plays out of this formation.
It's incredible.
Go back
Dude.
here. There we go.
Oh,
There
let's
it is.
motion again. Okay, so we've seen Stutter.
Look at them.
We've
They're like,
seen-
I know this. We know this.
They're all pointing.
we've seen
Everybody
Stutter.
calm. Be calm.
We've seen Stutter. We've seen a reverse. Like, what do we got now? What do we want to do now? What are we gonna see from them now? Now it's just straight up wide zone.
But no, it's
No,
not
this
really.
is
It's almost
taxi.
truck.
Excuse me. This is taxi and truck. This
Yes.
is you got lead puller here. So
This I love. I love this because now all
Tucker
of a
Craft
sudden
with the pin.
we get the ball
Zach
on the
Tom
edge.
out.
Oh.
This is again, we call this cutting the defense. Whenever you do a pin pull thing, you want to cut the defense somewhere.
See
And
how
the
Kraft
cut-
gets wider than
the
the last
cut
couple?
here, the cut at the defense comes with Tucker Craft. There's the first cut, and then here comes the safety.
Is this right here you're talking about? This
No,
right
no,
here?
no. The one over. That's
Got
a
it.
jump reach. That's a
Yep.
jump reach.
So there. Oh, I got an agent phone call coming in, boys.
No,
Yeah,
you're
go
good.
ahead.
Hey,
Do your thing.
listen,
Do
go
your
back.
thing.
Tucker Craft is the first pause. He's the first one. And then the second one is the receiver right there. Now we've officially cut the defense right there. We're letting the running back know you have to get outside of this. And if you notice, pause it right here, Tucker Kraft gets wider than normal. It's because he knows he has to pin down on him. But it's what's interesting is the defensive end had no idea. And that's something that they should have been alert to. I love the fact, go back, Josh Jacobs lays a huge block on 45 right here, which springs this entire thing out here. Yes, watch number 8. He's the lead blocker. 45 is going to shoot his gun. And this is how you defeat this truck taxi as they run through these blocks, because you'll see that they kind of show up out of nowhere, but Josh Jacobs sees him, lays a huge block. Tom gets another huge block, which allows us to just come out here to the edge, dude. And once you get out here, normally they have tons of green grass. Like, this is just another way that they can run the ball, right? Like, you've seen us run it out of pistol. You've seen us run it out of gun. Now we're handing it off backwards out of gun. We're tossing it out of gun. Like, it's just so many different variations of the same type of play.
This would seem to be, for the Colts, the most demoralizing way to lose a football game. Where you,
dude, yes,
their backup quarterback's in. We know that he's going to be like, we know that they're going to run the ball a lot. So it's not like you're caught off guard in theory.
But you
still can't stop it.
We said it earlier. They're running it out of 11 personnel. What do you play 11 to? Nickel. When you're in nickel, you don't have your tacklers out there. You don't have your big guys out there. And God love you, if you ever were to put base out to 11, we're going to throw it. Like, that's when you don't have your cover men out there. And it's the same thing right here. Number one, I love the fact that both of these guys come back and save this quarterback's life, Myers and Ellington. I mean, just phenomenal. We set out, this is a 5-0. He sees nothing coming out, and he comes back to save a life. Technically, we are in
we're going out.
We're in a gone principle. And so it looks like we're in a 5-0 principle. And over here, we would have a duel to the right. So technically, 71 is manned up on the nose. You are the only one that's manned up on anything. 75 has 44, 51 in the end, and so does 50. And that's why he's talking to him. He's telling him, hey, if these two guys come, correct, because it's what normally you tell the guards is you should never have to sort somebody across the ball from you. That's an unfair
Jacobs is
thing
looking
to do.
for, like, Jacobs is the cleanest.
Well, no,
guy
technically
here.
It looks like it's gone protection. This would be like a scatter gone. The running back has no responsibility.
So Malik Willis would have someone we don't.
Correct, because if he
there's
did,
a hot somewhere here.
If he did, Josh Jacobs totally messed this up. But go back. They end up getting it picked up, but could be done way easier. Like right here, you could have just run this. These look like the only two threats coming right here, right now. And if you look, technically, they're switching this in the middle, and Tom gets stuck on this guy because he's more dangerous than 51, but then he gets pushed out, and I'm not sure why. I think what he saw was the guard coming out, and he was probably like, oh, we're going out. And he was like, nope, not going out. But this is Malik Willis doing what he does, right? Like making a play when something's not there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Matt LaFleur went to him and was like, hey, man, seriously, if the throw ain't there, just run it.
Yeah.
Like we don't need anything crazy today. We don't need to do anything wild. Here we go. Now we're in 12 personnel. This is the first plays we've seen in 12.
2 tight ends.
They're playing base.
Wide receiver in here.
See how they got a linebacker on the ball now? Now they're in their base front. This is an under front. And an under, I'm thinking pressure all the way. And normally it's the outside Sam coming. This is one of the plays that just made me love him so much more. Just bouncing off, dude. It's like, I'm just going to bounce it out here. Dude.
How many are in the box here for the Colts? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So this is duo.
Is this 9?
Well, yeah, 9. He filters in when 9 comes across. This is a duo type of play. So we're going to be doing an ace to the first linebacker right on the hash. We're going to be calling this it's not really a tray. It's called an eat. So they're going to eat it up to the second linebacker. So this is a compliment to power. It's the new power. People are like, let's stop pulling the guard at times and just let everybody get after people. The one thing about this play that they want you to do is pause it right here. This exact thing right here. They want the running back to always be able to run up. And they tell you if at times you can bounce it. Because now see how everyone's sucked in here? Yeah. Now you just cut outside.
And this guy is jumped up in here.
Correct.
So you can
He's way
around.
out. Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the things that I love about duo is it doesn't always have to hit in the A-gap. And I always tell my 7th graders they have to take it in the A-gap to teach them good fundamentals. But when you get to the NFL, you have running backs that are good enough to get up there, get the linebackers to suck, and then bounce it. Oh, dude. Becomes really I know, talk dirty.
I think I have one. So this is, I think, the 9th or 10 plus yard run here.
Here we go.
So, again, this is 11 personnel, right? Tight end, running back. So,
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm telling you, dude, they were like, we don't even know who has the ball or what they're doing. Go back. This is the same play from before. This is Stutter again,
so
right?
we're
We got
pulling this
pull in
right?
guard. We have a tight end coming. Is it the tight end or the tackle? Because you can pull either one of those guys. Let me see. It's the tight end. But same thing. Now go back. We talked about all these different positions. Now we're doing same side handoff. So if anything, 44 and 45 are thinking it's a zone to them because that's what it's been most of the game, right? They're over here like, dude, ball's going to be zone here, just like we saw with Saquon. Like, let's be here. Now all of a sudden we're going to give him the ball on that side and tell him to go back to that side. Like it's just this whole chess game while everyone's playing checkers. Now 13 gets lucky that he doesn't get called for a block in the back, but everybody else has this blocked up extremely well.
Let's slow it down here.
We got a
this must
deuce
have been
going down.
So much
44.
fun for an offensive lineman in this game.
Tyler Kraft pulls around with vengeance. I love watching tight ends hit people. It's so fun when you can find one. Hey, this is demoralizing. And you said it, Mackie. Number one, because I don't know if anybody remembers watching this game, but at some point, I think the Packers had the ball for like 14 and a half minutes of the first quarter. Like they had 20 plays to the Colts 3. And when you talk about beating the shit out of a defense, like eventually they're going to look at you and be like, yo, we need some first downs because I need to get some water. Like I'm getting beat down. And there's nothing worse than getting beat by the run game. Like you talk about coaches that are like, we cannot, like, I don't care if Patrick Mahomes throws it out of his ass for 500 yards. We'll eat that in the media. What we won't eat is we are a bunch of pussies who can't stop the run because now everybody's going to try it, right? Like it goes both ways. If you can't stop a twist game, people are going to twist you to death because they're like, they just can't do it. Let's just keep throwing everything at them. If you can't stop the run, it's going to be a long season.
The Colts, I'd have to look at the Colts schedule coming up, but
hey, we talked about it in the beginning. And Jay's not here to defend them. I think the game plan was stupid. I think the minute I saw JT running the ball, I was like, why are we not giving him the ball 50 times? Why are we not letting this guy just take off with this game and then dangle it to him and then throw this ball? Like too much. And Anthony Richardson's got to chill with that ball. Like the overthrows and the interceptions, you're like, dude, come on.
It is fun, like once every handful of games, he's going to hit like a ridiculous 70 yards in the air touchdown pass. But you got
my feelings on that.
Throws he's missing.
Yeah. I'm all about. I love 70-yard throws. I think it's great. But my biggest thing as an offensive lineman and as a guy who played for a long time, like I know the feast or famine mentality, and it's not fun when you see that ball sail and you're like, shit, please somebody catch it on the red team. Oh shit. All right, here we go. Tackle time. Like, dude, I don't need to get in the stat book for tackles. I want to be in the stat book for other things. And honestly, they need to lean more on JT. But dude, shout out to Green Bay.
Matt LaFleur, wow.
Anything you can do, I can do better. But I love how he's just picking and pulling from different offenses. It's like, we'll take the eye candy over here, and then we're gonna have all these motions and shifts. Dude, I didn't think. Dude, this is kind of like where has this been? Where the fuck has this been, dude?
Yeah. It's pretty wild, man. So yeah, that's Booney. We got Jeremiah Sirles. By the way, he's an agent, so he had an agent phone call, which happens once in a while. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, click that like button, the subscribe button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel, and we'll keep pumping podcasts and film breakdowns here. So yeah, tell some football loving friends.